All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back from lunch break. Oh my God, that combat was crazy. That banishment on Initiative 1 was clutch. I'm pretty sure if you hadn't done that, there would have been some deaths in the group for sure.
Oh, we have
You mean more death?
Yeah, more death. Like, permanent death. Like, do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
So, as a reward, how many stat points do I get?
Yeah, no. So, while we were away from camera, while we were eating, we made it so that we rolled the loot, and
Sorry, that was...
What was
Are you
that?
okay over there? You outburst?
Oh, is something coming out of you?
The bear.
Okay.
He can barely
You have a
contain
slot
it.
inside you, sir?
You need Jesus.
Anyway.
So, last we left off, we did some stuff with Sunny in the Feywilds, and now we're coming back to the group. All of the magic items have been conveniently placed on the ground in front of Ort, whom has cast Identify, and there are a few magic items that are unique. The spectacles. There is a pair of black sunglass type spectacles. They look kind of like Ben Franklin era though.
Like bifocals?
Yeah, like bifocal-ish. They have a magical ability. Once attuned to them and wearing them, it will teach you your opponent's weakness, giving you advantage on your attack rolls, giving them disadvantage on their spell saves and attack rolls against you. And here's the juicy one. It allows you to see the one thing that they want most, and it gives you the ability to deal better damage, replacing 2 of your damage dice per attack. So you can reroll. If you do use that ability, you have to keep it.
So you're saying these are like bifocals of foresight?
They are pretty loaded.
With these glasses, we have 20/20 vision.
There's a lot of mundane things that I don't see the need in telling the viewers. We're talking 50 feet of leather cord, a crate of 100 quills, a 10 spoon, 100 pieces of giant-sized candy, stuff like that. You know, I mean, it's interesting, but we'll just go with the magic stuff. 4 immovable rods were rolled for. There is a magical statue of an ivory man. It's about yay tall. It casts the clone spell one time without material components. And there is a cloak with golden etched designs of a tree. The specific type of tree is a gaff white bean, and this ability gives the wearer advantage on all spell attacks, spell saves, and an additional 10 to their spell to hit, and has to be used by a druid.
So we should probably sell that.
Yeah. If only we knew a guy who bought magic items.
Or a druid.
There is a magical coin with the appearance of Victorian Earth, that type of era. When this coin is broken, it is spent and will teleport you and everyone touching you to that crystal sphere.
That's hilarious.
There is a long sword with a jade hilt, It has the spirit of a Chinese jade dragon inside of it. It grants the wielder that is attuned to it immunity to a damage type of their choice. There is a silver necklace. It's a normal silver necklace, about the size of mine. You know, nothing special about it in appearance. But it has the potential of growing to over 100 feet long, and it's indestructible. So those are the interesting magic items. The other magic items for the viewers, I feel a need to... Oh, the iron flask. Well, actually, I didn't write those down. What were the other magic items that were chosen?
Oh boy. Okay, so that wasn't magical. The Archmage robes are just normal Archmage robes, right?
They're magical.
Right, but I mean, like,
Yeah,
they're
that's
as
in the
per the
book.
book,
Yep.
right? Okay. There was a wooden whistle with druidic runes on it.
Oh, yeah. The druidic whistle with the runes written on it allows you to summon one creature below your CR one time per rest. And it will appear within 10 feet of you and will treat you as friendly if you're a druid for 1 round.
1 round. Okay.
1 round to give it a command, it'll go do it.
Gotcha.
Unless you're a druid, and then by that point you can talk to it and befriend it. But I mean, if you have beast speech, hey, look, go do this for me.
I can do that too.
But it has to be attuned by a druid.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if this was magical or not, but there was a silver key wrapped in an old rag.
Not magic.
Okay. We know that. There were 4 magic tomes. Do you want to do that, or?
Oh yeah, the 4 magic tomes. 1 tome teaches you how to cast a 10th level spell. You have to be a raw, pure caster, so wizard, sorcerer, cleric, druid.
And is it a specific 10th level spell, or?
No, it unlocks a 10th level spell slot for you.
Crazy.
But you have to be level 18 to unlock it.
Okay.
The 2nd tome teaches you how to cast Crystal Sphere Jump, which is a 7th level spell. The 3rd tome is a ritual tome that teaches you the ritual of binding. It is the actual ritual that was used to bind the queen. The 4th tome teaches the person who reads it You guys ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
All languages. These are once used, they're done. Except for the ritual tome. It's a tome teaching you about the ritual. Let's see.
It teaches you a recipe, basically.
Phoenix Ashes?
The Phoenix Ashes allows you to summon a phoenix. And because you are releasing it from the jar, it becomes your companion. It will consider you to be a friend.
Yeah,
Not just for a short time, but for all time. It's a CR10 Phoenix. So, what's next?
That's almost everything. So you did the cloak, you did the coin, you did the longsword.
The 2 times around
and
item.
silver necklace. So yeah, that should be everything. Yeah, the 2 times around, it's all stuff we know. Do you want me to go over them
For
or
the
for
camera,
the stream?
yeah.
Sure. So we found a manual of quickness of motion. So that's a plus. It'll teach you a +2 dex up to a max of 30. 1 use every century. Was that the deal? We have a spell guard shield. I don't actually know what that does, but that's a normal item, right? I mean, like a normal magical item.
Yeah, it's
Basically,
gonna
it just deflects a spell.
Okay,
be- I think it gives
Advantage on
advantage
saving
on spell
throws.
saves. Yeah.
gotcha. We have a manual of gainful exercise, so that's just like the quickness of motion, but it's strength instead of dex. We found a ring of 3 wishes that has 1 wish left in it. We found
A normal wish, not a true wish.
normal wish. Yep. Monkey's paw. We got a +1 full plate. We got a staff of thunder and lightning. I guess that I don't know what it does either.
It's in the book.
It's in the book. Cool.
Yeah, those were all items from the DMG.
Okay, perfect. An iron stone of agility, so that's again +2 dex. Sword of answering, set to neutral evil. A bronze horn of Valhalla, and an iron flask that you were talking
Yes. So, with all of those things and the mundane items, you guys notice that everything that belonged to Sunny is gone. Sunny is gone. You guys do know he's Fey.
He's probably back in the Feywild.
I think Alarin would know that, correct?
Alarin would know. So Alarin will tell everyone he'll be back.
about. Okay.
He just went to the Feywild. He'll probably be gone for a while.
All right. Nocturne was kind of freaking out until that, so.
He's like me. If he dies, he doesn't just die. He goes to his home plane.
What's your home plane?
High heaven.
Why?
Because I'm a seraph.
Could have fooled me.
I'm an angelic being.
Since when? I've known you for months.
Nothing right.
Since a few days before we left town last time. After the champion, but before we left town.
I see.
Question.
Yeah.
What time of day is it?
That happened midday. Battle lasted for a while. You guys probably rested a little, 30 minutes to do the ritual, organizing some stuff. We'll say like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
Okay, it's going to take me a while to identify all this stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you do that. I know you did it in one of our games. Can we, like, mass cast Identify, or does he have to do each individual item?
Well, he's casting the ritual identify, and you guys are just handing it to him. He's going, this is what this is, and sets it in. Next item, this is what...
Okay.
It's still going to take him time.
Right, but it doesn't have to be, like, a 10-minute casting time every single item?
No, he
Okay.
just spends an hour over there, and you're sorting through stuff.
Okay, that helps.
I mean, if he's concentrating on it 100%, I don't see the reason to make 100 items last 110 minutes or whatever that is, or what is that?
1,000 minutes.
1,000 minutes.
Yep.
110 minutes. What the hell is
Ah,
That's like an 8-hour day.
a minute an item.
So, you guys are free to roleplay amongst yourselves. The guards and civilians are still all evacuated, so you guys don't have anything to worry about right now.
Can I smell the giant's blood?
Considering his head was cut off, yes.
Okay. So, would that be a...
Aren't you identifying magic items right now?
Yes.
Isn't that going to break your concentration right now? Maybe you should look for another reason to do that right now? Yes? Okay, thank you. Moving on.
Alarin will go.
I mean, I'm sorry to break your moment there, but, like, you should probably wait a little.
Alarin will go tell Zarina because he knows that that's where he's staying.
Okay.
I'll go to Alvain and make sure he's doing all right. This is yet another time he's fallen in
His
battle.
kidney is hanging out.
I go into my house and I come out about 2 minutes later with a big bottle of brandy and 4 glasses. Actually, no, 3 glasses.
I'm just sitting here identifying stuff.
Okay.
Here you go. Here you go. Here you go.
Another.
I'll hand you mine.
Another.
Just give him the bottle.
Constitution save, George.
I'm actually really good at this.
I almost died. My dragon almost
23.
died. He almost died.
I did die.
I was
He
perfectly
died.
fine. He tried to throw a javelin at me and he dropped the damn thing.
Yeah.
Disadvantage,
I
man.
can
What do you
drink.
want?
It's,
Are you all right? We need to get you better armor.
I think something's wrong with your cloak. I kind of go like this. I go, hey, I don't think it was working for the fight.
You guys notice he put his winter cloak on this morning by accident? He doesn't. You got to change. You got to put that displacement cloak on now. Yeah.
But I do spend a couple of minutes with you, making sure you're mentally all right, especially with Rhaegar not here to like be with you. So
That's
I'll
why we
spend
had
some
so
time
much
comforting.
trouble. We didn't have our star Rhaegar. Yeah. Oh.
Did Alarin give any kind? He said it might be a while, but he didn't give any sense of how long.
He said it would take a while because he's not. No insight required. You feel like other things may come up that may delay him from coming directly back.
Right.
Especially with him being king. Questions will be asked.
Mm-hmm.
So,
do we know he's king? Is that something that's...
I know.
I don't.
He does, but he just said it.
I know
in
he's
public.
Fae because I saw him with True Sight that one time, but I don't think I would know he was... I guess I would have seen
You saw the crown on his head.
He
But I don't
literally
really-
just said it.
Okay.
Alarin literally just said it.
Oh, how did he phrase it?
He said there may be questions because he's king.
Oh, okay.
Good job. You could, man, Lauren.
I'm gonna stare after him as
Lauren's
he's
got
walking
loose
away.
lips.
He does.
I thought he was told about this.
Yeah, he's really bad at this.
God, if Lauren got captured and like he was being tortured for
That's
information,
different.
they'd be
That's
like,
different. The way I'm role playing him is his guard is down when he's around people that he trusts. His guard is down, so it just slips out.
Yeah.
But if you were in like a public setting and someone was like, "Hey, who's Sonny?" None of your fucking business. You know, like it's because his guard is down.
So you're saying instead of torturing him, you have to take a chair into the room and be like, "How's it going, man? You want to play some cards?"
My foot massage.
He has to be comfortable with the person and know that he trusts them. For him to drop his guard like that.
Mm-hmm.
So are you doing anything specific, Alvin?
Specific.
Notice he doesn't say things like that around anyone else. Just when you guys are alone.
I took care of the mammoth.
Okay. Yeah. Well, what are you doing?
We did that already.
So what's going on with the mammoth?
Oh, we're putting it in
I
the
thought you
care.
said you took it to Dent.
Yep, we put it in the care of Dent.
So,
Okay.
That
So
took
he's
like
sticking around.
took like 5 minutes.
So Dent goes, "Hello." Yeah, so they start talking.
Mm-hmm.
As you're walking away, they're conversating.
Yeah.
He's like rubbing him. "Thank you. I've always wanted
One of these.
I know what you like, Dent.
Fuck you too." Did
Did you not want one?
He was being facetious.
Oh.
And then he looks at starts talking to the mammoth and walks off. And you see someone's over there trying to talk to him, like, "Hey, Dent, I need you." Dent's like, "Yeah, really? Oh, you like those too?" And they just walk off. He starts, spending some quality time with the mammoth.
It's one of the beautiful friendships.
He's got a new child he has to take care of.
So what do you guys want to deal with first? Do you guys want to iron out the loot? Do you want to figure out what's in the iron flask? Did you want to do something else? Split up? Stay together?
Well, we have another 2 out of the 22.
Pick up the balcony.
Nick, where are you? We need you to fix something for us.
His head peeks up out from behind the bushes,
Is he
or the
gone?
trees rather. Huh?
Hey, can you put this my balcony back?
He puts the broken balcony back in like 5 pieces.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna have to cast lots of mending.
Does anyone have mending?
I have mending. But
Once you're done with that,
He's busy.
can you fix my balcony? I'll
I
pay
Where's
you.
the other
I
piece?
do.
It's right there. I
do
figure he didn't
everything
bring
around
that
here,
back.
don't I?
You do everything that's not important.
He's
Everything that's
identifying
important-
all of our
joking.
crap. Are
Everything
you
that's
kidding me?
important out of combat, he does.
Dude shot the guy with a lightning bolt. Like, he kicked ass. Where would the people evacuate to?
The castle probably.
Okay, I'm gonna head
Castle
there.
boss.
I'm gonna head there and give them the all clear and do my.
You don't see the castle. It's just a hill there.
I have robe of eyes, so that sees invisible things.
You don't see the castle.
Shit.
You do see guards standing around it, the area though.
I'll fly to one of the guards. Hello.
Oh,
Yes, just me.
the problem solved?
Yeah, pretty much. We kicked his ass. So there used to be a castle here.
Oh yes,
Where'd that go?
it evacuated.
To where?
Zoram.
Do you have a coin?
Why?
Because I need to decide whether I'm going to ask you why or how first. How? It's
Magic.
But I thought teleportation was shut down here.
Not the magic that was made to make that particular castle.
Oh, who did that?
Countess Voss says it was blessed and created by the goddess of magic.
Oh.
The entire castle. That's why she brought it with her.
Seems smart.
So once the civilians and nobles were loaded into it, they left.
Out of game, Goddess of Magic is Arne?
RNA, yep.
Arne, okay.
It's a wandering castle.
Interesting. Do you have a way of getting a message to them that things are clear?
Oh yes, I already told her now that you told me it's clear.
Ah, excellent.
And
Let me tip you. And I flip him back the gold that he gave.
flipping back his uncle. He goes, fantastic, thank you.
I'll flip him a platinum.
Oh shit, thank you.
Now he's gonna retire.
I
That's
am
fine.
done with guard duty.
For
We're
the
done.
day.
For the day. You see the castle up here.
Neat trick.
Like the flags were like not moving, and then all of a sudden the wind it starts moving again.
I'll approach.
You approach, you see her guards, lots of drow.
Hello.
One of them holds up an orb and looks at you through it. What can we do for you, Nocturne?
I just want to tell everybody that things are safe, they can return to their homes, and make sure everyone was doing all right.
Very well. We will let the Countess know. Thank you for your service again.
And yours.
He will go about his business, and slowly over the next 6 hours, things will start to go back to normal. The civilians and the nobles will make their way back to their homes. People will start cleaning up the mess, because you guys made a mess. More so him, but yeah, a mess.
It could have been far worse.
Oh yeah.
What's up?
Because I'm still in here when the fight happened because I'm working over the magic items. I tell them to leave the body.
Okay.
I don't think any houses were damaged aside from mine.
Technically, because of how packed the houses are in this area, when he threw that whole balcony, it would have destroyed the house.
Oh, okay. Only one house though. Not bad.
Yeah, getting rid of that mammoth probably saved a lot
Yeah.
of collateral damage.
Siege monster. So what are we doing next? Nocturne did something. He's busy. He's drinking alcohol. What are you doing?
I'm just helping with repairs.
Helping with the what?
Repairs of this.
Okay. So repairs are going on. It's going to take a few hours.
Hey, we have 6 to go.
30 minutes goes by. Sunny appears.
Am I back yet?
Yeah.
By that point?
We'll say
Oh.
that.
Okay. I'll run
it's
over.
you with someone else.
That's fine. I'll ignore the other person. I'm gonna run up to you and like jump and hug you. Are you all right? I'm so
Yes.
worried.
I am quite fine.
I
Thank
don't
you.
know what I would
How's
do if
that?
my best friend died.
That was like my third time now, I believe.
Is there any way to get rid of you for good?
I would not answer that if there was.
No,
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Kill him on his home plane.
he's like shit on the bottom of your boot. You can't get rid of it.
Do you say that?
Yes,
Facetiously or seriously?
jokingly.
Okay.
I'll still turn and glare at you a little bit. I won't say anything. I'm just being
How does-
What? I can tell jokes too.
How does the lender react to that?
Silence!
Sorry,
You dare speak to the king of the summer court in such a fashion? I'll have your head, peasant.
I'm the warden here.
I give not a fuck.
Introductions are needed. This is my wife, Belandra. Belandra, this is the warden of ICEMORR, Balam. This is,
I see how it is. I see how it is. I'm torn up.
No.
She's just still staring at him.
No, I saw you shaking your head, so I wanted to make sure.
No, you're fine, you're fine.
This is Nocturne, one of my best friends. Can I give him another hug?
I'll do like the
That's right.
reach for her hand, give it a little kiss kind of a thing.
Kiss my hand. You don't know me.
It's considered polite in the fiendish courts.
Yes, you're supposed to act like you're going to kiss the hand.
Forgive them. They are ignorant to our customs, and I'll say this to her in Sylvan.
She will reply to you in Sylvan. Why does this one smell like an animal?
Which one?
This one.
Do you smell like one?
No, you don't smell anything.
We were just in a battle. He was probably near the Mastodon. This is Ort, by the way.
What is a mastodon?
I'll point to it over there somewhere.
He probably would have told her in the last
That is a
one.
very big elephant.
Yep. This is Ort. I'll say this in common. He's our new friend and companion.
What do you do when you're introduced? Now that you know she's his wife, is there anything you do? She's technically a queen, so I just want to know what each person does. You're sitting on the ground identifying items,
Yeah.
so you can't really do that much. But
Normally I would feel. Normally I'd be more polite, but for some reason, ever since that card reading, I feel really casual. I feel like I'm the biggest guy in the room for some reason.
so you're just like, hey, how you doing?
I will vaguely wave a hand in her direction in greeting and continue doing what I'm doing.
She switches to Sylvan. You allow this insolence?
For the longest time, they didn't know who I was. Remember, I was incognito when I decided to get
Can you
lost.
talk so all of us can understand you?
I don't like this one. She says in Sylvan.
Forgive me. Anyway,
Where is my castle?
Do you think they're insulting us? I say to a Nocturne and Primordial.
this is Alvain. He is our
Oh,
druid.
Aquin, I do.
I cannot tell you how many times he saved my life.
Oh, she'll walk over to you. She'll nod in acknowledgement of your genuflect, and she'll say, "Ah, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Master Druid."
Kiss it.
So, your name is Alvain, is it?
Is it yes, Your Majesty?
She'll reach into her bag on her belt, and she'll, here. She'll toss you a bag of holding that has something in it. She says, "Just a minor token of my appreciation for saving my husband's life."
You are too kind.
And then she'll walk back over beside you and switch to Sylvan. Where is my castle? Is that my castle?
Where does she point at?
The Castle Voss?
No, that is Castle Voss. That belongs to...
A drow?
Yes.
You brought me to a drow castle?
No. I am currently staying with a friend of mine. Josh is forgetting. What was her position again?
She is the treasurer.
The treasurer, but I think she had it.
She's the president of the Banks of Zor.
Yes. We are staying at the daughter of the president of the Bank of Zor.
No, she is the president.
Oh, she is the president.
Yes. She is the eldest member of the Zor family right now.
Blah.
Ah. Oh. Then let's go to her castle then. She must be wealthy. Then I could be very, very comfortable there.
It's a nice place.
Okay. Lead on.
Okay. I must attend to some matters.
Husband, lead on.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yep. I will start leading her that way. Oh my god.
I
I did not think she'd have this personality type. Okay.
Just look at Doctor.
I'll kind of.
He speaks neither. I can comprehend language.
You get about 5 or 10 feet away from them, and all of a sudden she stops and she goes, "I'm just fooling you guys. I'm Puck's daughter. I play jokes on people more than he does."
I'm just staring at her stone-faced.
She'll go like this, and a pyre will appear in her hand. She's gonna throw it at you.
If she were to incite me, she would realize that I wasn't like actually upset with her.
Yeah,
But
19.
to hit,
This is
Yeah,
what kind of pie does it look like it is?
a cherry pie because that's her favorite.
Okay, I will. That misses by a mile, but I will duck into the way of it so it hits me.
Oh, fantastic!
So she's definitely chaotic.
I rolled a 19.
You definitely hit her, and her ornate queenly gown is now covered in what kind of pie?
Oh, hold on. I have a thing for that. Let's say.
What are you throwing at her?
Snowball.
Oh shit!
Roll
to hit.
Albane, do me a favor. Roll any die and tell me odd or even.
not even.
This is fine.
That'd be odd.
So it's a blackberry pie.
Oh yeah, that definitely stands out in a white dress.
25?
You hit her. She looks
Say,
at
what
you.
are you doing?
I threw
Snowball.
a snowball.
I was gonna say.
She looks at you. She's like, "Oh, you want to play, huh?" She goes like this. She points above you. She says, "You might want to watch out."
The moment I look, something's gonna fall. So if I don't look, it can't fall, right?
Wile E. Coyote
Um,
logic.
So there is a pillar of water that just drenches you, and then stops.
I like this one. Do you have to touch for prestidigitation, or is that?
No.
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 Okay, I'll prestidigitation her clean. At least from my pie.
Hey, that was the only color this nasty dress had on it.
There's more where that came from.
So, but no, seriously though, I really am tired though. I would like to go lay down.
Okay, I will take you to...
But it was nice to meet all of you.
You too.
Bye bye.
I'll catch up with Sonny real quick though as he's leaving, and I'll just kind of pull him aside and just say, "It's good to have you back. I'm probably going to need to leave for a short time. I assume I'll be back, but
Okay.
I need to go see."
Wait, where are you going?
I pulled him aside. You didn't
You're
hear
not
anything.
Oh, never. Oh, okay. I
Um,
missed that.
Yeah. I need to go see Ujar.
Oh, this belongs to you. This should be yours then. I can give you a pearl. It's a suppository.
Very well. He doesn't do it. He doesn't even know what it is, so there's no reason he
Oh,
would.
you,
But
you stick it up your orifice,
I see.
and that's how you get to a jar.
I don't think Vaseline has been invented yet.
That is not what she said.
I can just open portals there. It's perfectly fine.
It's a
I'll get there in like an hour.
it's a
Your wife
scan
looks
through
at
the
you,
world.
and his wife looks at you and says, "Are you sure that was the orifice one? I thought that was the nipple piercing one."
Oh no, that one's... We left that one back.
Oh, well, just be lucky it wasn't the piercing one. Oh man. She walks off toward the building.
Okay. I'll be back later.
Are you actually going to tell him what it does?
No.
Okay.
I told you it goes up your butt.
Okay.
You could give it to me to like.
Are you
identify.
seriously? Oh my god.
I'm identifying everything.
You're gonna
else.
have to identify it. Because I know you're not gonna put it in your pocket.
No.
Oh my god.
Be no reason to.
So
Yeah, I'll do that if you're willing to.
What, you never experimented it before?
I mean, well, actually, no, I can't identify it myself. I'm not currently attuned to the Snickerclap primer. So, yes, I would do that.
All right. It's a pearl.
It's a legendary artifact that teleports you directly into Ujar's lair.
One use only.
Negative.
Oh!
When you swallow it, you attune to it. It's basically a pass.
Oh.
So whenever anyone's ever met Ujar, it's either out in the open ocean, at the junction of the conduits where he guards. This takes you to his lair, to his domain, his home. Big difference.
So you're breaking and entering. Fun.
I assume it unattunes when you pass it, but it doesn't. It doesn't actually specify.
No, it grafts. It
Oh.
grafts inside of them.
Oh, okay.
Thank
It's a tumor.
Not the tumor.
I'll give you 100 gold as a thanks for doing it.
Thank you.
For not forcing you to put it
in your
as a
boat.
suppository.
I have other ways of getting there. I wasn't going to do that anyway.
Dang it. Ultimate prank for Sunny.
So
Real quick, just as I do that, I'm also going to, I won't roleplay, but I'm also going to thank you for helping the team and sort of just do a little bit of like, you're the new guy, kind of like you're doing a good job kind of stuff.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Thank you.
Just since I know you're a man out of time, and so like I know you probably don't have like friends yet here, so Nocturne's going to spend a couple of minutes with you, like in between your rituals, where you're not like too distracted, just kind of making you aware that he's sort of noticed your contributions.
Oh.
So George, we're gonna do a roundabout around the table and figure out what you guys want to do individually. Because now that you're splitting away and you're getting ready to go do something with him, I kind of want to start over here and make my way around. You are done with identifying the magic items. Before everyone breaks off and goes everywhere, was there anything that you'd like to do?
What time is it?
5 o'clock?
Okay, so moonrise hasn't happened yet.
No.
I'm gonna head over to the balcony and start mending it.
So that's gonna take you a while.
Yes.
Long.
I don't need to worry about people coming to see me today. I get the rest of the day off. I know what I'm going to do. I've been curious about it. Well, my character has.
You're going to Wimble's.
I'm going to check out what the hell is up with that door.
You're not going to see your wife?
Wimble is more important.
Priorities.
That bitch is shopping anyway.
Yeah, she's shopping.
At Wimble's.
No. A demon lord would not challenge her while she's shopping.
So you get to the door, you knock on it, it opens. You see Wimble's shop. Inside, you see Wimble 1026 in Roman numerals from here to here.
1026 is just MXXV. Yeah.
So okay, so it's like this then. Still big.
Mm-hmm.
Ah! The warden finally comes to Mohammed. Oh, you don't know that joke. That's from a different sphere.
Who are you?
I am Wimble. I am Wimble 1026.
Well, Wimble 1026. Why did you open your shop in my meeting room?
That's where the door was summoned.
Location.
We didn't feel that the general public of ICEMORR was ready to do business with us, and we didn't want to have idiots walking in, so we figured we'd put it somewhere safe.
Ish.
Ish.
Have you met Nocturne yet?
Oh, yes.
Well,
Met with him
you've
earlier today.
You've already had an idiot come in.
Wow. I mean, by definition, idiots are the class clowns. Yeah, you're not wrong. His IQ, however, is far surpasses yours, so be careful.
I don't doubt
Throwing stones in glass houses
Right.
and all.
it. Never ends well.
I'm not there.
So what do you do?
What don't I do? I'm Wimble.
Well,
This
exactly.
is-
I don't know what you do.
Sit down. This is Wimble's Wondrous Wares, where we provide you with enchantments, designs, magic items, missions, parlays, souls, deals, transportation, mundane items, collectibles, curios. Everything that your heart could imagine, we have or can get.
But they don't do windows.
But all sales are final.
Who all's been here so far?
What is it?
I fell in Alaska, Hawaii, Puerto Rico.
I would have to go get the ledger, but there's billions that have visited Wimble's.
Who that I know has been here?
I
You
don't know.
mentioned Nocturne.
I don't know exactly who it is that you know. I know who Nocturne is, so therefore I could identify that he came here
Anyone from my region?
from your sphere.
Yes.
About 30. This isn't the only door. You don't think this is the only door here? Oh no, I have one in the palace.
Oh, so you've met the prince.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I've met the prince. I've met the Emperor of Dran. The Sultan of Alar is a bit of a weird individual, but I've met him. I've met all 9 of the Drow Queens. I've met the Lore.
Ooh, what can you tell me about him?
The Lore?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he is quite the rugged and aggressive individual on the exterior, but quite the wear the heart on the sleeve individual beneath the skin. Very quick to anger when it comes to the safety of his people. Insults will be met with quick retribution. Level-headed, otherwise. Seeks to further the security and growth of his people, like any leader would.
Do you trade in information?
Of course I do. That'll be 1,000 gold, please.
For that question, or?
For the information I just gave you that you wouldn't have known otherwise.
Well, you didn't tell me the...
I'm proving your point. That'll be 1,000 gold pieces, please. All sales are final.
I never agreed to anything, though. Customers have to be aware of what they're purchasing.
Very well. We'll give you the first one for free. But answering any other questions further will result in a price.
Alright. If I was to ask... Not everything I ask is going to have a price, right? Like some basic common sense stuff.
Are you asking us out of character, man?
I'm asking this in character because...
He says it depends on what you ask.
Would you charge me if I asked you how much information you know about my world?
I know everything about your world.
Oh.
See, my dear young one, you have to understand, in order to be in a business like mine, you have to have a certain level of panache. No, that's not the word.
Je ne sais quoi.
Je ne sais quoi. No, that's not the word either. Power. That's the word. You see, there's different levels of beings. You have your single cell amoeba, and above that, you have your pile of shit. Then you have your small individuals, then your general species. Then you have champions, people who do things and are better at things than others, like you. Then you have your high-ranking people. Then you have your demigods, and then you have your gods, your overgods. Then you have old ones. You see, I would be in the category of an old one because I exist everywhere but nowhere. There's no limit to my power.
Are you one of the old ones that are from here or that live here?
No.
Oh.
I'm not from here. I'm originally from a different crystal sphere that you have no idea. Trust me, it would melt your brain. It's completely different.
Interesting.
There are millions of us Wimble. If you ever do get to meet the original Wimble, that is a rare treat. Only very special things bring him out of his office.
Oh, so he's here.
Was it you?
You see, our extra-dimensional space is connected to other extra-dimensional spaces of its kind, and then the doors. The door you came in?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's another door where the office is located. That leads to a different extra-dimensional space. That's his domain.
Mm-hmm.
So if he ever visits, that's where he comes from. So when people ask for the manager, we'll usually summon someone, numbers 1 through 10 or something. If they can't handle it, we'll summon Wimble. And usually Wimble takes their soul for irritating him, but that's rare.
Interesting.
So now that I've given you a clear understanding of who you're dealing with, welcome to Wimble's Wondrous Wares. What is it that I can do for you, Bulam, Warden of ICEMORR?
Yes, there is some things I would possibly like to ask or purchase. Or have you create, maybe.
Let's start with Object 1. What might that be?
For asking? Well, since you know everything that's pretty much going on, I was wondering if you could give me names of old ones that we have to return legendary artifact items to.
You already know the answer to that.
Well, I don't know all of them.
Not all of them are attuned to a specific old one.
Well, I mean, the ones that we know about, though.
For example, the helmet you just acquired
Mm-hmm.
isn't attuned to anyone.
Well, yeah, we figured that out from our...
So what items are you referring to?
Such as, like, the gauntlets that are attuned to the Great Old One of Death.
Oh. That one. Well, in the future, they will belong to an individual by the name of Bograval. But currently, they belong to an individual by the name of Anjusar. He is the Old One of Death and Rebirth.
Huh. Give me 1 second, please.
That'll be 1,000 gold, please.
Yep, I'm looking for it. Ah, yes, here it is. I hand him over 1,000 gold.
He will put it in the cash register and close it. We'll
All right.
pause there. Sonny, you make it to Zarina's.
Okay. We'll go to the gates. Do they let us pass?
They let you pass, but they're like, who is that?
That's my queen.
Your queen as in you show reverence to her, or queen as in your wife?
Wife.
You notice they look at each other for a couple of seconds, the two guards, and then they kind of move out of your way and open the gate while staring at you. Like uh-oh.
This is about to be a thing.
Trap. You make your way into the manor.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the popcorn?
She's like, oh, this is quite quaint.
It is. I didn't see a Lar in there, so I'm assuming he came to tell her that I died. Technically.
He's probably in there with her.
Right. Tempers might be flared already.
She says,
Well,
"Oh, is this your other woman?"
Good friends.
does she know?
After calling it these.
Is this the woman that your mother told me about that asked permission to have one of your children?
I'm assuming Mother would have talked to me about that. During
No.
the 33 months or 30
No,
days.
she didn't.
This is what you get for not telling me what that pearl.
Oh! The fact. Okay, let me clarify. Sorry, I see what you're saying. She clarifies with you the fact that Zarina asked permission for that, so you know about that.
Mm-hmm.
What I thought you were asking is does your mother tell you that she told your wife?
Both.
Okay, the second part, no.
Okay.
She did not tell you that she told her. So it's a surprise that she knows about it, but
Mhm.
you know about it.
Yes, Mother informed me of her request after I came back.
Oh, I don't care. I married you for status. I mean, you're cute and all. But,
I am. I know.
yes, I know. So,
Sonny takes off her shirt.
she'll go into the house with you. You guys are greeted by some servants. And
Open marriage.
you're taken into an open,
Mm-hmm.
big open room with the pillows. Soon as the door opens and she sees you, you see her pop up off of the pillows,
Mm-hmm.
and she instantly shifts into the Fox Kitsune,
Mm-hmm.
and she's all of a sudden next to you, and then she's her normal size, and she hugs you. Oh my God! I didn't know. Like, he told me you would be back, but when someone says the word death, I don't like.
It was still very unpleasant. But yes, I am back for now. Hopefully.
What do you mean for now? Are you planning on going somewhere?
No, I'm not.
Do we need to talk about this?
No,
What
but
do
we
You've been gone constantly. You just got back, and you're talking about leaving again.
no. We do need.
Your wife steps between you and her, and she's facing Zarina, and she goes, "Excuse me, I would like to introduce myself. I am his wife. Nice to meet you." And Zarina just kind of does one of these,
George,
I
will you
s-
grab me one?
and looks at you.
Yeah.
If there was any doubt she was Puck's daughter, that destroyed it.
Destroyed it.
Destroyed any doubt if she was Puck's daughter or not.
So Zarina looks at you and then goes back and says, "Hi, I'm Zarina." And your wife puts her arm in her arm and goes, "Let's go have a talk," and starts to skip. And they go into the back room without you.
Mm-hmm. Is Lauren here?
Yep. He's standing right over there, and he's just looking at you like,
I need a drink.
Your wife is gonna steal your other girl.
Mm-hmm. I need a bottle. I think we need a bottle.
"I don't need nothing. I'm gonna go. This is your business."
I need to know what happened after.
What do you mean? What? I am not cleaning up after anything that happens in this house in the next 48 hours.
No. I need to know what happened after the fight. I saw everyone was okay, but what happened?
Oh, I took his head off.
Proud of you, boy.
It pissed me off. It killed you. I mean, you don't really think, "Oh, well, he'll be back," when you see someone die. It's not really what washes across you.
I do remember becoming paste inside that wall.
Oh, yeah, he picked you up like you were a ragdoll and threw you into the wall.
I gotta ask, did it at least look cool?
Oh, it definitely did.
No,
I went and saw Wimble to sell him something that I had found a few months before I met you.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him about this battle just like an hour ago or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "That reminds me of that movie I watched one time. Some phrase about puny god or something."
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that was about, but that was very interesting.
You got right correct.
Leave it to Wimble to break the fourth wall.
He would.
he has.
So he leaves.
Okay.
He's like, "Good luck."
Thanks.
Thanks, bodyguard. Appreciate it.
Give me a perception check.
Worst wingman ever.
He's basically like, "I'm not sticking around. I don't get paid enough for this. In fact, I don't get paid at all.
Hey, I get this.
Did you give him money?
I feel bad for
26.
guys that have picks that small.
Dang, that's 26 plus.
26, okay. For those of you that are watching our stream, if you look at the videos, it is targeted and marked as being for mature audiences only. Just would like to say that before we move forward with this. I'm not going to go into great detail, but I am going to make some comments that are going to make some people blush. There are some choice sounds coming from the other room.
I was right. Your wife stole your girl.
I'll let the imagination wander.
It has.
This happens for about an hour, and then finally, when you're about halfway into the bottle, the door slides open, and Zarina looks at you and goes, she's completely in the nude.
Mm-hmm.
She looks at you and she says, "Get in here." Immediately.
All right, yes, ma'am.
And as you come in, she slams the door. ABC 1, 2, 3.
Oh, jeez.
Ooh,
4 hours later, your wedding night is spent with 2 people. And we're moving on.
we at least learned you're a bottom, though. She commanded him and he did as she asked.
Now, when I was
sure
with
all
Amber,
married men
I had to roll a
commit,
percentage die for pregnancy.
Listen,
Yeah,
listen
but-
to your wife.
Happy wife. Happy
He's gonna do
longer
it
life.
This was Zarina, though, not your wife.
Alvain. So what are you doing? You still helping with
Me
repairs?
and Nick and Ort or whatever, we're repairing.
So by this time the repairs are done. I'm going to say it's like 6. So it's kind of, the sun is kind of moving towards its setting position. And you can see the outline of the moon is starting to appear.
Are the stars coming
Yes, it is going to be a clear night. The stars are starting to show.
up? Tonight I'm going to look at the stars.
Okay.
What's my horoscope say?
We shall find out.
Are you trying to do something specific with the stars?
No,
Just
to
stargazing?
see if something.
Give me a percentile. I do have a goddess of stars.
Percentile.
The stars have been arrested. You have to beat Star Scourge Renan to make them move again.
That one's over my head.
57.
You just feel super content with looking at the stars. Are you gonna like lay on the roof and stargaze for a while? Like, to what extent are you doing this?
Yeah, I think I'm going to make a night out of it.
Okay. So you lay out on the roof and you lay a blanket out. You start stargazing. Because some things are going to be happening, I'm going to do it step by step. So, a couple hours pass and you're doing that. We're going to move on to Rob.
I mean, this is going to be weird because I was going to approach him pretty much
Oh.
immediately.
Okay.
So,
That's why I said some things are going to happen. So I didn't
Right.
have him rolling again. So
mhm.
I mean, it's very easy to find him. I mean,
Yeah.
You just walk by, see him on the roof.
And he's alone, right?
Yep.
And with my robe of eyes, I don't see any invisible things watching us or anything.
Oh, now that you ask, there's about 100 imps all over the place. Some of them look familiar, even.
Black and red imps.
They still following the children?
I assume not. I assume they're basically encircling us.
They're just all over the place.
But none are like close enough to overhear.
No.
Okay. So I'll go up to Alvain and very quietly I'll say, I need to go see Ujar. You're about the only one who could
Oh, that got his
survive
attention.
coming with. Would you Would you like to
I
come
would
with me?
love to meet this guy.
All right. Let's do it.
Since I have nothing better to do than look at the star. Not
So,
that there's anything wrong with it.
swallowing the pearl attunes you to it. I assume that takes a slot.
No, Nocturne, I told you to put it up your butt.
Yeah, you're not here.
No, what I meant by attune is you have to focus on it. Sorry.
Okay.
It doesn't actually.
It doesn't take an attunement slot?
No.
Okay, well then I don't have to drop attunement on anything. So, and you said I can bring people with when I do it that way?
Yeah, up to 4 other people.
Okay. Can you survive at depth?
Yes. Yeah.
Huh?
I'm very adept in the water.
I'll swallow the pearl.
Okay. You making contact with him? Okay.
Yeah, assuming I can. Yeah.
You appear inside of a massive chasm.
Underwater?
Underwater. You are astonished by the things you see in here. There are statues, ships, treasure hoards, tombs, so many things. It's just mind-boggling. And when you appear on this circular, big outcropping of coral that's flat on the top, and around you is just a massive trench that just you can't see the bottom of. And all of a sudden, you hear something go bloop bloop, and you see the water level start to drop. And then it gets to the top of your head, and it continues to go down. So just
brought others.
just
I
below
guess so.
the circular platform, the line of the circular platform, the water goes to that point. And now that you guys notice everything, there is a lot of plant life and bioluminescent algae and stuff like that that's kind of lighting up the entire chasm. You see in the very back of this layer, you see a nest that appears to be made out of sunken ships, seaweed, sea kelp, coral, all kinds of stuff. And there are 3 eggs in it.
And that's like a distance from us.
Oh yeah.
So like we're on the platform and then the chasm and then there's a nest over there.
There's all that stuff that he has over there, yep.
Okay.
And then you hear something moving through the water around. And then you see some tentacles pop up. And you know it's definitely Ujar because of how big it is. And it will slam down on the platform. Another one will come up, slam down, and it'll pull itself up. And you'll see Ujar come up to about here. So that, like, a couple of his tentacles are moving in the back. He's got the 2 on the platform and then his head. And you guys do remember the image of Ujar, correct?
Yep, it looks just like this.
And when he's mad, he looks
He's wearing a
like.
funny hat.
That's right, when he's wearing a funny hat.
So when he's mad, he looks like that.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
And when he's in a dress, he looks like.
Pretty much the same.
Yeah, pretty much the same as in the frills.
Oh dear.
So since I am a warlock of Ujar, is this one of those things where I just immediately know it's him and there's no other option?
Oh, it's him.
Yeah. Now, have I ever seen him before? Because in my backstory, I was saved by Ujar, but
You've never seen him face to face.
right, because he
It's
always like
been-
possesses other creatures. And
Or
stuff.
it's been a reflection or maybe like a distorted image of him in the water.
Sure.
This is actually him.
So
Like,
because
you can like touch him.
because I know his like one of the reasons or the reason he spared me was my sense of humor, I will curtsy to him instead of bow,
He will chuckle.
and it like kind of reverberates around. The,
Yes, it actually does reverberate the whole chasm.
Mhm.
He goes,
It's an honor to finally see you.
It has been a long time coming.
I assume you know of my friend Alvain?
Alvain, yes. The Archdruid.
And I put my hand on his shoulder. Well, I think you know why I'm here.
I do not.
I'll take out the trident, kneel.
His eyes kind of focus in on it. Ah. Are you sure this is what you want?
I assume it's what you do.
To surrender so much power.
To its rightful owner, absolutely.
And what do you ask in return?
This is in return. You saved my life directly several times, indirectly countless others. Obviously, there are things I would like and things that would help us, but this is yours. This is the payment, not the gift.
He's staring at you. One of the tentacles will come out of the water, will come over to you, and it will wrap around it, and then
when it does, I'll
lightly
release
take
it.
it from you, and then it will go under the water and disappear. You see his eyes flash, and then you see two more sets of eyes appear, and he gets a little bit bigger, and he just kind of goes like this and stretches a little. I am no longer bound to just the seas alone. I am at full strength. I can assist my aunt in her battles in high heaven.
Anarria?
Yes. Deva gave birth to me long ago.
I resist saying anything.
You see
About that
you see
process.
the Kraken will, in one swift movement, shift into a man.
It's a man.
Come on, baby.
I am going to send a picture to Discord and as well as the Facebook chat for you guys. Where did it go? Hold on. Uh-oh, hold on. I gotta find the picture. Give me 1 second.
So cool.
Uh-huh.
What happened?
You just said, this is so cool. Not every day you get to meet your god.
Yeah, right.
And your god's aunt in the same day.
Mhm.
Technically.
It's been long.
Okay, I found it.
Make Amber.
All right, here we go. If someone could show Nocturne or Rob, and actually Rob and Stacy, I gotta send it to Discord. Discord General. There we go.
There you go.
There you go.
Oh, wow. He got
Yeah. Thank you.
So, you see him shift into that, and he kind of fixes his cummerbund, you know, much more comfortable. His voice and everything changes. He flips his cane underneath of his arm, gives a slight bow and says, Ujar, son of Deva, at your service. Master of the seas and god of the stars.
That's new information.
Well, it takes the moon and the stars to move the oceans. How could one be without the others?
You know, I've never really thought about it.
It is very convenient that you brought your friend here. Greetings. He'll walk over to you.
Tuna?
Recently lost a friend, I see. But gained a very powerful ally.
That's true. That's true.
Yes. Here. Let me do this for you. And you'll see a copy of Rhaegar appear next to you. Same temperament, same behaviors, everything. Except for it is just an owlbear. Now that I am at my full strength, I feel kind of obligated to make some changes around. What is it that I can do for you, fine gentlemen?
I mean, there's any number of things I would wish for, but I think the most pertinent right now is... We were told that the 22 were,
Yes.
for lack of a better term, tethered to Deverex, meaning every time we use them, he is empowered.
Oh, yes, yes.
Do you have a way of breaking that tether?
I don't, but I know who does. Madame Curo.
And will she?
Oh, of course. It's her destiny to do so.
So we'll be able to use them without risking empowering Deverex.
By removing the binding that he has put on them, they will return to their owners.
Oh dear.
So, one
Only
action
fair.
leads into another.
I have to ask about this untethering, and I hesitate to do this in your presence, but I kind of pull out the dagger a little bit, like not actually fully unsheathing it, but the dagger of Deverex.
Oh, that. What about that?
Well, we were told it's also his phylactery. If that's untethered from Deverex, what happens? I mean, is he?
He would be killed.
But what if I used it to kill him?
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. It's the laws of nature, the first law of alchemy. But let me answer your question with a thought. How would you react if someone killed your son?
Not positively.
Perhaps you should look at a different way of doing things.
I had thought of that. It's also your cousin and Amber's brother.
We do have a very interesting family dynamic. But I do not want to see my cousin die if at all possible. He is a bit young and impetuous. But perhaps now that I am at full power, I can convince him to calm down a little.
I believe he is violating the agreement he and Deva made.
Of course he is. It's in his nature. Deva knew that the day she made it. But she made the agreement with him anyway because it's her nature to trust. I, however, do not have either of those. I understand the chaotic mind of every living being, and I do not make bargains unless I intend to keep them.
You've kept yours with me, certainly.
Oh, of course I have.
What was the name of the madam?
Kuro.
Kuro, the fortune teller.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
The one who told you your fortune and the fact that Nocturne was gonna bite the dust getting the last item.
Yeah,
I mean,
then
you still
she
can.
Yeah, and then she died, and we brought her back to life, probably much to her annoyance.
A little bit. Because her destiny changed.
And she finally got to be with her mom, and we ripped her out of her arms.
So, what is it that I can do for you?
I asked for nothing.
You shall receive it.
Asking.
Abundance.
What'd you say?
I was quoting Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh. Okay. Who fucked me? So, even though you don't want to ask for something, give me a little glimpse of insight into some things that would make your life a little easier.
You do die a lot.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Maybe something to stop that would be good.
And that's just it. How do you phrase that? You know, the tether to this plane is pretty weak.
Oh. So you die a lot.
It seems to be the case. Like
Oh.
I'm really, really close.
He's knocked down, but he gets up again.
I do believe I can do something about that. You see him walk across the water over to his hoard, and you lose sight of him. He's like going through stuff. Every now and then you see like something fly across the room. Like, I didn't never like that in the first place.
How did this get there?
And oh, I forgot I had that. Oh, that's interesting. I should put this over here so I don't forget about it again. Oh well, I'll get it later. And then he'll just start going through stuff, right? And then he walks back over after about 5 minutes of rooting and comes over to you with a little bag. And he'll open it up. And he'll pour it into his hand. And he'll say, when I blow, breathe deeply. When you breathe in something, you have no idea what it is. But you feel stronger, more resistant, more resilient. D&D crunch-wise, you take half damage on all sources. And you have advantage on death saves. He says, that is the ashes of the first angel. He'll wipe it off on his suit. There'll be some white streaks. And then he'll go like this and prestidigitation it away.
I was going to do it for him.
Is that white powder energetic?
Oh, you definitely feel like you could take somebody on now.
Am I the only one imagining that picture of Elon Musk smoking the blunt?
Not anymore, you're not.
Josh wrote that jar gave him cocaine.
Oh my god. So I'm going to move on to George now.
Okay.
So now that you're done with your repairs, and it's roughly around 7 o'clock, so the sun is down, the moon is out.
I start smelling blood really strongly for some reason, and then dramatic pause.
Pause for dramatic effect.
Yep.
Just waiting for it to come out.
Yep.
Is that a polar bear?
That is a polar
He
bear.
couldn't bear it any longer.
Yeah.
Basically that. I think it's. I don't think I get a save on this since it's the first night that I've
You
had the
don't.
curse. So I will shapeshift into my. I will shapeshift into my hybrid form, and I will start eating the giant's corpse.
Fantastic. Let me roll for the guards.
He's an old bear.
They are walking the other direction. Nope. That's a bag of nope. Yep.
Do they not see me, or do they see?
No,
me?
they see you. They're just going the other direction. They don't.
Okay.
They're not messing around with you. They're not. Nope.
Alright.
So
Because funny story, polar bears are obligate carnivores.
yes, they are.
Black and brown bears are not.
So while you are eating this, so in the book One of the special things that a cloud giant duke has is they have what's called flesh memories. So you're going to recall some of his memories while you're eating him.
Mm-hmm.
So the first memory you recall is of him talking with the Ice Queen.
Mm-hmm.
He was summoned from a different plane. Some place called Jotun or Jotunheim. You're not really sure. But anyway, she offers to make him incredibly powerful and give him all kinds of riches and items from her private collection in exchange for going down to this little measly town that is causing her so much trouble and to destroy it and kill everyone within sight. He agrees on the mission, and as he's getting ready to leave, you see 10 dragons rush inside. They are taking up most of the space in the Ice Queen's throne room, because her throne room is massive, and because she's a giant by her own size, so she needs a lot of space to move around. But anyway, you see one of them in gold steps. The gold one steps forward and speaks. Do you speak Draconic?
Yes.
Okay. It speaks in Draconic and says, "We have been sent by the Emperor of Dran to acquire your head." And she chuckles and says, "In my own domain? How stupid." And she goes like this, and they all turn to ice.
Well, that could have gone better.
Like dead turned to ice or frozen turned to ice?
Frozen turn to ice.
Okay.
She says, I've needed a change of decor. This is quite sufficient. 10 ancients? Yes, this will do nicely.
Whoops.
And you snap out of that memory,
Mm-hmm.
and then you snap into his memory before that, where he was summoned by the king of the cloud giants and frost giants to do this mission, because he was the strongest one that was not already currently doing something. And the king told him that if he completes the mission and comes back, that he will be elevated in status. And then you just see him training.
In a montage.
Just, he's getting ready for the
He's
battle.
lifting weights, brah.
Remember,
Keep it lift.
well, since I don't actually lose any of my in-game statistics when I transform, I'm going to move over to the head, split it open, and start eating the brain to try and get more memories.
You split it open very easily with your strength. You start eating the brain, and give me a percentile roll.
You nasty.
34.
You don't really find anything else.
Okay. Oh well, worth a shot. I head back to the body, rip out the heart, eat that.
Roll a percentile.
Man, he went from white to red.
Oh, he's a red polar bear now.
Nature is red of tooth and claw, and I just got closer to nature.
It's more of a pink.
More of a pink.
40.
You don't really feel anything there either,
Mm-hmm.
but you do get the feeling that this guy was incredibly strong. Like you just feel. You don't feel any changes, but by eating him, you are aware that this guy was at the top of he was at the peak of his performance.
All right. Let's see. I'll I'll bite open some of the bones, lick the marrow out, and
Give me another percentile. That's some deep memories right there, all the way to the core of the bone.
38. I'm rolling that crap today.
No memories. They've all faded away.
Then I'll just...
Shut up. 8 first. Identify it later.
Let's see. Then I'll just...
Clever panda.
I will eat my fellow corpse and just start wandering around the town.
Oh my god.
After about 5 minutes of you wandering around the town, an individual appears in front of you.
Well, that individual's past tense.
That's a
Depends on who
shepherd.
it
It's a
is.
shepherd druid.
It is a man in robes. He looks at you and he says, you need to not be doing this because you're scaring people. You realize what you're doing, right?
Well, how much control do I have at this
You
point?
can't talk. You speak in grunts and...
Yeah.
Yeah,
growls.
not only that, but you're in your first transformation, so not at all.
Alright. I will roar at him then.
Sleep. You go to sleep.
Oh. I'm not going to save.
No. It's a level
Are you an
20
elf?
wizard.
What?
It's a level 20 wizard. You go to sleep. He will cast a few other spells. You will wake up in the morning somewhere else. Belong.
Yeah, so, I would like some names of some of the old ones. That way we can give these things back to them. Because thanks to,
Which
that-
items do you need names for?
well, I need names for, like, the Cloak of the Cosmos, the Staff...
One at a time?
Yes, if I could...
What is the first one you would like the name for?
Let's do the Lance of Storms.
The Lance of Storms does not have an owner.
Then why on the list does it... We were informed that it would have an owner. Because it's connected to the domain of nature.
It has not bound itself to anyone yet.
Oh.
It has not found anyone to be worthy.
Here you go. Here's 1,000.
Thank you. Who's the next one?
That one was kind of not fair.
We're even.
Okay. What about... Will you at least be nice to me going forward since we're even? If they don't have someone bound to them, I don't get charged.
Sure.
Okay, thank you. I like that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
The fan of the first phoenix.
That belongs to Arne.
The goddess of magic?
How do you spell her name again?
R, so A-R-E, A-N-E.
Okay.
Wings of Anarria? Would that
Anarria.
really be Anarria? I would think that she would be... Well, I don't know.
She gave them as a gift to her first champion. A little bit of free information. She gave them to her first champion as a reward for a very dangerous mission that was accomplished. And at some point in the course of history, he died and then they were lost.
Mace of Stars.
The Mace of Stars belongs to Krogal, the god of nature.
I give him a stack of 3,000 gold for those three. How about Orb of Souls?
The Orb of Souls belongs to Deverex.
I thought he would have the Knife of Destruction.
He does.
Oh, so he has two?
He has 3.
Is his also the mask?
You
Did
catch
you
on
not
very
see
quickly.
that?
Well, we just knew because the mask was a trap. Much like the cake, it was a lie.
There's always consequence when something tastes a little too good. Your nose is itching.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You sneeze.
How about the Umbral Whip?
The Umbral Whip. See, that is an interesting one.
Oh.
It used to be bound to Ujar a long time ago. But he found it to be less useful than his trident. So he decided to give it to someone else as a gift. And then they died. And then someone else found it. And then it was given as an offering to a deity, and they kept it and attuned to it. And that individual would be...
Are you kidding me? Is it Deverex again?
There you go.
Wait, so he has 4, not 3.
Well, technically the mask... Technically the mask is a reflection of himself, so it's really kind of a standalone item, if you want to be technical.
Alright. Staff of Ultimate Power.
Well, that belongs to Anaria's husband, the Cosmic Father.
And a Kellar?
Yes.
Ah, so
Oh,
he is.
you know his name.
Yes. He, because he also, one of his other ones is the Shield of Deva, which we got not too long ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
I would give you 15 million for it.
What would you do with it?
Used, of course.
For what?
Oh no.
Do you not know what the shield does?
Not all that much. I know a few things. Give me 1 second.
Hunter,
What?
don't.
Yeah. I'm definitely doing it. I failed my wisdom save. My greed is coming out.
Uh-oh.
That's a lot of money.
Well, so much for this campaign.
Ruh-roh, SpaghettiOs.
I think you would know better, so I would say do it at advantage, Hunter.
I would also point out that you don't have it with you. It's in group loot,
True.
Yeah.
which means you.
That wasn't up on that time.
That means that you don't have the right to sell it because it hasn't been divvied up yet,
That means I need to find a way to get it.
and that's fine. But you don't own it yet, and you
I know.
certainly don't physically have it.
If I get it, though, my character, I'm going to sell it.
Sorry about the siren, guys. Right by
I
the
think you'd
house.
also know that I would probably screw the whole party and yourself.
No.
Away.
They don't need all of the 22, just most of them. What about the Cloak of the Cosmos?
The Cloak of the Cosmos belongs to the youngest and weakest of the deities. Can you guess as to which one that is?
Is it again Deverex?
No.
Oh.
He's by far the weakest. By far not the weakest.
Oh. Weakest of the deities.
It's a conundrum.
Is it Deverex's daughter?
I think I know who it is.
You're not there.
I know. I'm asking out again.
Is the Ice Queen?
You're so smart.
Oh. I actually didn't know that the Ice Queen was
It's not.
Deverex's daughter.
It's not.
Oh.
The Ice Queen is not Deverex's daughter.
Oh, I don't know.
You're so smart. Very intelligent, this one.
I try.
Wait, you know what? I won't even charge you for that one. You told me the answer.
You should get a refund.
Thank you. So, on to the other thing. Well, I just need to know who these people were, because the nameless guy who owned the Orb of Life gave me the ability, once we get the item, and as long as I know the name of the person, I can summon them to return it to him.
That is true. That is true.
But how much are you willing to buy these for?
These items?
Yes.
Sure.
What's your stake in it?
My stake?
Yeah.
The world blows up. The door destroys, but doesn't hurt me any.
Oh, I don't know if I want to do that anymore. The world is where my stuff is. I like my stuff.
I mean, if I have a reason to stick around, you know, like, for example, because of my strength and power level, I do have warlocks that uses me as a patron. If I had warlocks here, or someone who was indebted to me with their soul, or something else here that I found of value, then of course I would ensure that nothing would be destroyed here. But at the moment, I would only lose a door.
You like to buy and sell stuff, right?
No.
How much could I get for this? On the counter I place adamantine scale mail.
Oh, 12,000.
I'll take it. Now you can create things.
You're a bright one.
I pull out one of my void metal arrows and say, I would like to take these, but also give them the effect of these, and I pull out a amethyst dragon scale. Add force to them.
Slaps it together, and you see the wooden shaft now has a purple or a pink hue to it, and in the middle of the black sharp parts of the arrow in the center, there is a purple gem. Ooh. He says, "Try that out. See if that's what you mean." He goes like this, and you see the other end of the store become an archery range, and there's a bow in your hand all of a sudden.
I'll take the arrow and shoot it.
You hit the target, we'll just say, because it's a target. You do your normal damage. You shoot through the target because it bypasses the natural armor of the item, and it does an additional 1d12 force.
I like this. How much for... Where is it? Where is it? Go. How much for 183 of them?
Do you have that many scales?
No. Well, I have 3 small scales, 1 medium-sized scale, 4 large scales, and 5 huge scales.
Oh,
These are all from a great one.
I could definitely make them out of... I'd have to break the other ones down, of course.
I'm fine with that.
Well, let me see. As a businessman, I think my proposal will be as follows. I will do it for free, and in exchange, you will owe me a favor as Belong, not as the warden.
I don't need to sell my soul to you, do I?
No. Nothing quite so drastic. Just a favor. To be called upon at my earliest convenience.
The arrows, did they lose the force ability after use, or do they stay like that?
They lose the use.
They lose use. Okay, I'm fine with that actually. All right. Yes.
He will extend his hand. As you do this, he kind of holds on to your wrist, and you'll see magic course down his arm and into his fingertip, and you see the finger that's touching your primary artery right here.
Mm-hmm.
You feel the magic go into your artery. You feel like there has been some kind of bond or a pact made magically.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, see, just that easy. And he'll wave his hand across your arrows and they're all made.
He had to use all the skills, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Ooh. I like this. This is fun. I definitely am going to come back to you at some point. I don't know when, but I'm sure it'll be at a time where we need to fight a big, dangerous enemy that is threatening the world. But you will get my patronage again.
Ah, thank you. So, as you leave the store,
Mm-hmm.
we're going to switch over to Sunny.
Food bomb. Bomb.
Do me a favor. Roll me a Constitution save.
Performance check.
Again, I'm not comfortable going into too many details, but...
Con save.
Yep.
That's high. Let's see.
I need to roll a con save for
25.
both of them.
Go in the distance.
What'd you get? 25.
Roll for me a d8.
Two.
So, after their 1 hour, you guys have 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And then I need you to roll a percentile for Zarina.
65.
So that's a yes. I need you to roll for your queen.
The mom.
I'm gonna use a advantage die. Or
Our inspiration.
Wow. Can you do that for D100?
Sure, it's
Okay.
it's game wise aesthetics.
Okay.
He's getting rid of advantages for later use.
lucky.
It's useful.
Okay.
Jesus.
Haven't you already gotten lucky?
I'm getting lucky. That's
You got lucky for 3 hours.
Please, you're
100.
You're giving him too much credit.
So Zarina is pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Your queen is pregnant with twins.
Yay.
All of the days work.
How many people? How many of your children are going to kill each other for the
Oh
throne?
shoot!
Well,
I rolled a nat 20 on the twins.
Identical.
They are identical males.
That's exactly what we need.
and so you just have to kill all the
I'm not
one of them
saying
to
they
suck it
have
up and
identical
split it.
personalities, but they are identical in appearance. And Zarina
I feel identical twin phase.
has a female in her belly.
So that's not story accurate to what I've written. Would it be alright if I spend the rest of these to make it story accurate?
What would be story accurate?
Single female for the first one.
Okay, then we'll say Zarina has
The twins.
twins that are twin males, and the single was a female, or
Mhm.
so it would be a single female.
Okay, that works for me.
Okay. All right. So you're going to be busy for another 2 hours. After the 2 hours, there's going to be cleaning and napping, and then dinner.
Mm-hmm.
So you're kind of pretty much done for the evening, really.
Mm-hmm.
So then we're going to go back to these two fuckle nuts.
Yeah, we're the one causing problems.
Hey!
Not assholes selling our world to another worldly being or guys just busy getting laid.
No, I do my marital duties.
By impregnating somebody you're not married to?
Yeah.
With twins, mind you.
Huh.
Hey, it's consensual.
So
It's going to be a succession nightmare.
no, so for those of you that watch the stream, you already know this, but the contract that Zarina made with his mother removes her from the succession line and all of her children.
Okay.
So only his queen has succession rights. Zarina just wanted to be with him, not have power.
But
she's already incredibly wealthy. She gives loans to the Dran Emperor, for God's sakes. I mean, the woman can buy anything she wants. If she wanted to have the Emperor of Zoram assassinated, she could. She could afford to pay for it.
Now, if it succeeded or not, that's a different story.
No, she would get the best. She would hire, like, 4 or 5 level 20 rogues and be like, go handle his ass. But anyway, so you guys are standing there, and he says, well, let's go play, shall we? And he snaps his fingers, and you appear in the throne room of the Ice Queen. The Ice Queen looks over at you guys.
I just look over at
Wait, we're all there?
Nope, just
Then we look around to see the frozen dragons.
You see the frozen dragons. You see 4 or 5 other adventuring group type individuals frozen, like they're charging at her and they're just frozen in place. You do notice that there is like a weird blue shimmer to your bodies at the moment.
And we feel no cold, I take it?
Nope.
Yeah.
He walks over to her, walks up her dais, leans onto her throne and goes, How you doing? How's things been? And she's just like, oh God, they let you out of your pool? And they just start bantering back and forth like siblings almost. Even though they're not.
Oh, they're cousins. I
They're
guess.
cousins, but they're bantering back and forth. And she's like, what can I do for you? And he's like, well, you could stop turning people into popsicles, perhaps. Maybe stop making an entire continent be well, okay, so you got me there, but maybe it is winter, but when it's not winter, it shouldn't be winter all the time. And she's like, well, I'm miserable. I don't know what to tell you. So I'd like to share my misery with other people. And they start just going into this long story and stuff. And Udar just goes, you know, I really would like to talk with you and try to figure out how to fix this problem. Because, cousin, I'm telling you, if you don't calm this down, you're going to get deities involved that really don't want to be involved, and they're going to shut you down. And she's just like, ugh. I have Deverex's assistance. I'm not worried about any of those measly deities. Ujar kind of like recoils like he's been insulted. Ujar's like, well, excuse me for interfering with your private matters. I didn't realize that it was your time of the month, lady. You know, and they're just like going at each other constantly. And
Is this campaign just a family intervention?
Pretty much.
I mean, a little bit.
God family, get your shit together.
It's a soap opera. We've already got the twins. One of them's going to be good, one of them's going to be evil.
Yeah.
Ujar,
Oh.
my God,
I didn't hear a crash, so.
what is wrong with people?
Yeah.
They don't know how to drive.
Like, okay, so for our viewers, I mean, like, I'm not trying to, like, divulge exactly where I live, but, you know, we live at a 4-way or a 3-way intersection, right? Like, it's a 2-way street this way and a 1-way street that goes that way. And whenever they're turning here, it's like, for some reason, they got to do 60 miles an hour. I can't tell you how many accidents we've seen right by our house. It's crazy.
I was one of them.
Yes, you were. I was able to respond to that when I felt like EMS. Anyway, so the bantering continues between the two of them, and then finally it comes to a head when she goes like this and blasts him with some kind of, you don't even know what, but it's like purple and blue, and it does knock him clear across the room and flies into the black ancient dragon and shatters it.
Thank God he didn't kill
This
mine.
is such a bad idea, but my god was just thrown across the room. I'm throwing an Eldritch Blast at her. I have to.
What type of pie is it?
She might be allergic.
It is a,
Nut? Is it nuts?
Oh God.
Roll me a d6,
Give her the nut.
since you're the one who asked.
5.
It is a peach pie.
Damn.
So roll to hit.
Ooh, that's really bad.
Please give him advantage because she wouldn't be expecting it.
23.
That'll do it.
Oh, God.
So you hit her. Where are you aiming for?
Face, probably.
So splat. So her eyes were open, so it's gonna get in her eyes, and she like stumbles a little bit. It's like, what spell is this? What is this in my eyes? It burns and it smells like food. And she starts stumbling down the dais, and she actually falls.
I'm just standing there like shaking and like getting ready to throw another one.
And then she goes like this, and it's like it's all gone off of her face. And she's like looking around, and her eyes, she's kind of squinting. And while that's happening, you just see a massive tentacle come down the hallway and like hit her, and then her and the tentacle go into the wall.
Good job. You distracted her for Ujar.
Damn right he did.
And they actually will battle in your presence.
Unless he like communicates with me to not get involved, I'm gonna help. I mean, I know it's like, you know, chipping away at a piece of armor with like a toothpick, but if think about this, if you're a religious person and you met your god and they then did battle with something that you've been sort of told is evil, wouldn't you do anything you could to help if you hadn't even the same?
Absolutely.
So there's really no way I can't help unless Ujar's like in my mind is like, stay out of it.
So there comes a time during the battle that you will go to attack or go to do something, and she'll cast something at you, and you know if it hits you, you would just be done. Mm-hmm. Ujar gets in the way, and then he at this point will shove you two out of the way and will say, enough! And they stop fighting.
Okay.
And he looks at her and says, perhaps we should take this outside, cousin. And she kind of looks at him sarcastically and goes, you know I can't go outside, dumbass. And he's like, oh, that's right. I forgot you're trapped in here like the little bitch you are.
And then Nocturne and Alvin are just like that meme of, oh!
I need to get a picture of that, Stacy, and put it on a t-shirt. That was great. So Ujar finally looks at her and says, cousin, I'm going to say this the best way I can. Don't make me or one of our other relatives do something that we can't undo. I will give you some time to think. These two, off limits. Or you will receive the wrath of everything at my bearing.
How far away from me is she?
60 feet, 100 feet, something like that.
Okay.
She looks at you two. She like actually locks eyes with each of you.
My eyes are like narrow slits of silver at this point.
She says, fine. She goes like this, and you see the doors leading to her throne room open so you guys can leave. He goes, I just got my powers back. I'm not using them. He'll reach out for you two. When you make contact, you'll disappear. You reappear in high heaven.
Good job, guys.
In front of Anarria's throne. God damn. You see all of the other gods that are on her side. So her, RNA, Deva.
Hold on. This is important.
Yeah, this is actually really important.
All right. Anarria.
This is on the test.
This will be on the test.
You have some odd spelling, so how do you spell Deva?
Deva is Deiiva.
The double I always gets me.
So we got Deva, you said?
Deva.
Yeah, Anarria, Arne, and Deva so far.
Yep. RNA. Nora.
Nora. Who's Nora?
Nora is goddess of the wind.
Okay.
Is Arnell on Team Anarria?
But he's not there, is he? Or did they go get him?
You guys haven't released him yet.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh,
But Arnell's throne is there.
Oh, but didn't he like clone himself or something, or make a how did you phrase it? A homunculus or something of himself?
He has a proxy.
Okay, so there is an Arne there or an Arnell there.
Yes.
We just know it's not him. Okay.
who else is Team Anarria?
So there was I just want to see if I put it on here. I did not put it on here. Okay. So there is a deity called Sujel.
Spelling.
Sujuel. He is the god of learning. And then there is Arun, Errune,
Okay.
the goddess of war and guardian of high heaven. And there is Sanjar is here.
That's the elk?
That's the old one of life.
Yeah, he's like a giant elk, right?
Yep.
How do you spell his name?
Sanjar.
Okay.
So the ones you don't see here is Deverex, Argentum, Bolgraval, Caius,
How you spell that one?
Kaius.
And what's he a god of? Or
He is the god of suffering.
Okay.
There is Luin, Luuien. Think of him as Legion. He is everything down below.
God of the Underworld?
No. We're talking devils, demons. So when I think underworld, I think like place where souls dwell, like Hades.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking everything where the devil dwells, like
So God of Hell.
yeah,
Okay.
and the Blood Baron is not in here either.
Is Anaria's husband there?
Oh yes, sorry, sitting on the throne next to her.
And his name was hold on,
Ankalar or something?
Andekalar, right?
And Kalar, yep.
Andekelarr.
The moment Ujar appears, the one named Arun in her armor and draws her weapon and flies over to intercept Ujar with a swiftness that is just mind-boggling to you both. And she goes like this with the blade, and it's like really close to his face, and she's just kind of looking at him, and Ujar just stands there. And then finally Arun kind of relaxes and goes, Ujar, is that you? And she just drops her sword and hugs him. She's like, oh my god, I was so worried about you. And then you notice that there is another throne directly behind you that you didn't see. There is a very large angel in golden armor sitting behind you. He is about twice the size of any of the other deities in here. Religion.
I wish I was here,
Why?
because I would know who my commander was then.
Who your commander was?
Yeah, I'm a seraph.
Oh.
I served the high heavens. soldier.
14.
What'd you get, Stacy?
Oh, I rolled a 21 plus whatever. What's the
Religion?
religion? Oh, that's intelligence. That's
Uh-oh. Who did it?
4, 6, 27.
Yes. So you'll get it. Unfortunately, you won't.
That's fine.
His name is Verasul.
I'm still gonna write it down.
VERRA hyphen SUL.
Oh man, is he the one that Tatsu had a? No, was it Tatsu?
No.
Who had a thing with him? Nah, it doesn't matter. It's another game.
Another age.
With that role, you will also know that Verasul is the. He doesn't really claim any domains per se, but he excels at 3 things specifically: war, destruction, and planar travel. So,
Angel of Death.
if there was a different version of him, like the opposite, it would be the equivalent of like the Reaper, like that, the Angel of Death, like unstoppable. Out of all of the auras you feel in this whole room, his is the strongest. And you're not really sure why that is, because the Cosmic Mother and Cosmic Father, but his is stronger than theirs. You're not really... It's weird. But anyway, with that, you see the Cosmic Father stand up and look at you two. Look beside you like someone is supposed to be there. He snaps his fingers. Sunny, Balam, and our newly acquired werebear appears in high heaven.
What condition am I in?
You're still pink.
You're fully restored. You are
Still
normal.
asleep?
You're awake.
Oh.
I am nude.
No, you're not.
Oh, okay.
Your gear is summoned with you.
Steak tartare?
So, what's your initial reactions once you guys notice where you are?
What the hell? I was just in Moomble shop. What the heck?
Did
I kind of
die
indicate
again?
towards Anarria.
Oh, I look at Anarria. I see her now there. I'll drop to a knee. Yep.
Amy, you're
Yes. To your
You're,
question. The question you just sent?
Oh, so he is.
Yes.
I wonder what changed.
Alright. I
It's
will.
the first stage.
Yeah, I figured something like that, but I'm just wondering what.
Huh?
I'm just wondering what.
So, what's your first action?
I will wave vaguely at them.
Oh my god. What did you do?
I went to a knee.
What do you do?
After I realized, I think I met, was it Deva that I met personally?
yes, she's the one who took you from the underworld at your mother's behest.
I'll,
So that's, I mean, if that counts as meeting to you.
I'll do the kowtow.
I don't think I've ever met any of these people.
But you know they're deities.
I instinctively understand that.
You, just being in their presence, you know you're in heaven. I mean,
Okay.
it looks like pictures you've seen. Like this is heaven. Like there's no way to
When you
misunderstand
looked
it.
at the holy tomes in way back when you lived normal life, you saw pictures of these people.
You know that day when you decided to be an artificer and you said that, yeah, this kind of Bible thing really isn't for me. You remember those pictures and you're like, yeah, okay, yeah, So you're still waving at them?
I'm an apex predator now. It's
Okay.
I don't.
So what are you doing? Cowtailing. What do you do?
No, first I'll look at Ujar just to get an indication of what we should be doing.
He's kind of paying more attention to Arun right now. And what are you doing?
Same thing I did when I met Anarria, so
Yeah.
down on both knees. And I'll kind of, especially after he said that he's a seraph, I'll kind of shoot him a sideways glance, like, why the hell are you at one knee and not both? But kind of shrug.
Preparation for if battle needs to be. You never know. You never know when we're going to be attacked.
So for the I don't know if you guys know this or not, but so in a lot of historical cultures, it's actually a requirement not to prostrate with both knees when you're in times of war for that very reason.
Okay, good to know.
And they are at war right now, so I mean, it is acceptable. But I also see your point.
Mm-hmm.
But it is an actual thing. Like I've read about it in history books, so it's very interesting.
Going to one knee,
Nocturne
you can
wouldn't
get
do
up
that.
quicker and
No,
be ready.
I get
as
the
opposed to
philosophy.
substitute.
So at this point in time, you'll feel like a wave of energy go through the room. You're not sure where it came from, but Arun will return to her throne. Ujar will walk forward. Will kneel in front of the throne of the cosmic mother and father, and she will get off the throne and come down to him and will hug him and will say, "It is good to see you." And he says, "I have come to support your endeavors and stand for the people of Anarria. This is, after all, where we keep our stuff." And the other gods kind of applaud, the return of Ujar to high heaven. And Anarria says, how were you able to return? And he looks over his shoulder at the group behind him, and she looks at you all. She waves her hand, and you see a throne start to form. The other thrones kind of shift and spread out a little to make room. The throne starts to form. It's a very vibrant cobalt blue, and it's got coral and seaweed, and it looks like it's under the sea because it's like lightly moving. And he goes over to it and sits down and crosses his leg and just kind of leans. He looks all proud of himself.
Pineapple under the sea.
And Anarria is still standing on the dais, but off of her throne. She says, "Come forward."
All right.
We'll do so.
You guys walk
Stand up
together as a
and
I
group.
will look behind me.
One.
She means you too.
Alright.
You have returned one of my most beloved family members to my embrace and restored him to his full potential. For this, I am indebted to you. As an aunt, I am obligated at times to doubt upon others who do good deeds. I will give one of you a request. As well as an extra thing. We'll start with you. Your primary weapon that does melee, what is it?
If you'd asked me a day ago, I'd have had a much better answer for you. I'll look at my gauntlet. Well, I'll take off my left gauntlet, the one that conceals my prosthetic hand, and put it under my arm. Usually I use these. They're part of my artificer kit, and I can channel thunder strikes through them. But let's see, I will focus and try to. Essentially, I'm going to try and do my hybrid transformation. Because my brass hand is attuned to me, it shifts the it shifts it along with the rest of me, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So you guys see me turned into a large half polar bear, half human hybrid. You people seen what bear claws look like, right?
Yeah.
Not to be messed with.
Yeah.
In real life, seriously, don't
Yeah.
do it.
They can shatter I think it's a buffalo skull with a full force hit.
Yeah.
And
Maybe it's a
thanks.
bison skull. It's one of the two.
and I assume that since my armor is magical, it resizes with me.
Yep.
So I'm now an armored werebear.
Which I believe is called a Panzerbjorn.
Yeah.
No,
That's about to go there.
those are just regular. Those are just armored regular bears. I am a armored anthropomorphic bear.
Yeah, but eventually you can be an armored.
What is the
regular
anthropomorphic word that goes in the middle of there?
Furry.
Oh my goodness.
No,
There's
seriously.
going to be some contention now with maybe some viewers.
I am
Who
not
knows?
responsible for that. Please do not swarm me with comments over the furry comment, please. For the love of God.
Sorry, but
Where were you going again?
these.
So your claws then.
Sure, let's go with that.
Is that what you were getting to?
Yes, but I don't understand this transformation yet. It's.
Well, you drew the card. You'll figure it out eventually.
Is that how it works?
She waves her hand, and you see basically in the wake of her hand, you see like fairy dust kind of and stars. She goes like this. You feel your claws change a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And what is your preferred weapon?
I pull out my bow and I pull out my arrows. Well, one of my arrows, basically. These kinda.
She'll wave her hand at the bow. You'll feel the bow change a little bit.
Ooh.
She'll wave her hand, and you'll feel the sword change a little.
Sticky power
Sword.
She looks at you. What's your one item? Your one
My-
weapon?
Well, I usually don't use it as a weapon per se.
But if you had to,
well, it'd be my staff of the Archdruid.
she'll wave her hand. You'll feel the same thing. Your pie.
So is that my Eldritch Blast, or is
Yep.
that okay?
The greatest weapon at Nocturne's disposal
I'll
is
start
pie.
gently.
So
Does she, by the way, look at me any differently since she saw me earlier today, and I'm like potentially keeping her daughter?
you're not sure.
Okay.
But crunch wise, what this is, you now bypass resistances.
So counts as magical, or
Not only does it count as magical, but you are able to do damage to deities.
Oh! I'm gonna change the name of my bow.
Well, someone's lucky I didn't have this 20 minutes ago.
Ain't that the truth? And for your one request, I'm not going to go in a specific order. She says, step forward when you have decided what you want. And if it is within my power, I will make it so.
I'll step forward.
Ah, Nocturne.
Mother. The trident I carried of Ujar afforded a very interesting effect, which made the holder immune to any effect that would make them act against their will, against their nature, against their alignment, anything like that. Would it be possible for all of us to enjoy that benefit? It occurs to me that we are all very dangerous, and if ever turned against the party, that would be disastrous.
Done. What was your request?
We are now all immune to any effect that would make us act against our will, basically.
Okay.
So that would include fear,
We're
friendship, charm, geas, mind control, alter memory, command, and any other shenanigans.
yeah. Hold person would still work on us. 'cause it's-
Whole person would, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, pretty much.
That doesn't
any-
make you act though. But
Yeah.
anything that makes you do something against your nature would definitely not work.
I'm guessing we can. Are we still able? Are these able to work on us as long as we allow it? Like, for say, if we wanted to be subject to a kiss.
If you choose to fail the save, it will work.
Okay.
But otherwise, the save is
But
automatic.
Otherwise, it automatically fails.
Okay.
You automatically just say no, thank you. Don't want none of that. Have a nice day.
I'll bow very deeply to her, thank her, and step back in line.
When she did the thing to our weapons, it bypasses just all resistances, correct? Not
Correct.
immunities.
Correct.
Okay, so just okay.
For deities specifically.
For
No.
No, for anybody.
For
but-
anything.
Anything.
Oh shit.
But it does not bypass immunity, just resistances.
But it also, you can also now damage deities, which you couldn't do normally. Because you would need god weapons, which you have in your possession, one of them. But
which I'm not drawing in this room.
oh no.
I think I know mine.
You would have to. You would probably want to ask for permission to draw.
So you step forward.
Just
Yeah.
fried.
Okay. She looks at you.
I wish to gain the full power of the Fey transformation.
So be it. She will snap her finger. You will become a transformation 5. Remember, I wrote 5 for all of the transformations.
You'll need to send me that.
Yes. Which makes you an Archfey. Which makes you an NPC.
Oh, okay. Alright, I will,
Are you sure you want to ask for that out of game? I mean, you can.
come back to me because I need to think.
Okay, technically you have succeeded with a lot of things that would bring Sunny's story to
A natural.
a natural conclusion, but you don't have to. It's your choice. But she will give you the final transformation, and she will. That will make you an NPC because it makes you incredibly powerful. But anyway, so to add to your character sheet, his request of Anarria was that no one in the group be able to act against their nature. So like
Or their will, basically.
or their will. So like if someone used friend or geas or mind control or anything, it won't work on you guys anymore.
Unless you choose it to. You
Yeah.
can choose to willingly fail to save. But
I would ask to
Alright.
Anyone else?
I have an idea.
You know what you want?
Yes.
Okay, what's that?
It's. Let me know if it would NPC me, please, because I'm trying to still do something. But would she be able to basically replicate and grant me the benefits that the Cosmic Orb of Life gave me before?
NPC.
Damn.
That is game breaking.
Okay. Dang.
She could, if that's what you want.
I don't. There's too much that needs.
It would
to
put
be-
you at demigod status, and you would be involved in the war.
Could it do me just to level 4?
Done. And she will give you. No. She will give you, in addition, let me see. She will give you. She will give your sidekick level 4 as well.
Okay, so we just 2 level 4 we get the boons that's associated with.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Alvain and Ort are the only ones. Or actually, you haven't either.
Yeah, it's so much.
So I need you guys to come up
Alright.
with what it. You know what you want?
Oh, I'm gonna have to role play this because I don't know how or if some of the stuff will work. So, hello.
Hello.
I didn't really do anything to help your kid get back up here. So, and I suppose sending me back to my own time would cause a whole bunch of problems with causality. So
She will go like this, and you'll see a bell appear in her hand, and she'll ring it, and then you'll see a man with a very hardy beard appear, blue wizardly robes. He's got a large tome.
wait, you don't want to put me to sleep?
No, different person.
Oh.
His outfit appears very much deific. And she looks over to him and she says, Faustus, what would be the ramifications of this? And you see Faustus go like this.
Oh, hey, that's Faustus.
Well, he'll pull out an orb and he'll look into it. Yes. Well, the orb will disappear. Faustus will look at you and he says, the effects and ramifications of you returning to your own time, with the stipulation that you not remember that you were here, will have minimal effect. However, what you would be doing you would be walking away from your destiny that has been created here. You see, your destiny has broken off into a different path. You have transcended far beyond when you should have existed.
Oh, blame the dragon for that one.
Well, all things happen as fate has dictated it to be. She is a fickle mistress, and not one to be tampered with, or taunted.
Then I suppose that the only thing I can really ask for is to help my however many greats nephew, or no, it'd be however many greats would be grandson or nephew. I'm not exactly sure
I wouldn't even begin to tell you how far back the line would go. You would be like the great
1 hour later.
Yeah, I'm not going to go through that, but it would be grandson.
Yes. Make sure he gets saved from the current predicament that he's in, and
Faustus will kind of look up, like he's thinking about something. He goes, "Oh, the Crown Prince already saw to that."
well,
Could bring him here.
I mean, does I don't know if he has a family or anything. I know he doesn't have any other blood relatives from my side of the family.
According to the video, they said there was only one blood relative left.
Yes, but he could. I mean, if it was like his father that was my descendant, he could solve his mother. So
Yeah, it wouldn't be a direct line. So he does have a mother and 2 stepsisters.
okay.
he kind of provides for them.
Mm-hmm. And so, I don't know, help him have a good life.
Anarria says, very well. She will snap her finger, and should you decide to play your next descendant at any point in time, or his offspring, your bloodline will now have the lucky feat, will now roll all saves with advantage, and will never really go without the basic necessities in life. Like, I'm not saying that they would be wealthy or anything, but you would always have food, always have water, always have shelter, always have air.
Well, so much for my plan to flood the world.
Well, snap.
I mean, you can still do it.
That's true.
It'd
You
be
could
like
flood.
Noah, just one family would survive his family.
That's true.
I mean, aside from the water-dwelling things.
All right, Ujar, I won't.
Bad panda. So, we need Alvains or
Don't be a heel boy. You're
Could
not
you
here.
increase my dragon's age category by 1?
out of game. What is he? Young adult? Are you
He-
young?
I think he's wormling currently, but he's like a big wormling. Like he's currently large, which is technically young adult size, but it's got the breath weapon of a wormling currently. So
She'll change him to adult.
adult. Oh geez, so it gets bigger.
Yep. Good thing I have a mini for it.
Yeah. Hey, you get to use the mini. Does this breath weapon go to adult as well? Sweet. I can ride my dragon now, technically.
Alvain?
I mean,
Well, this
wow. Wow.
What's wrong with you?
Fucking furries, I swear to God.
yeah.
The goal of this
Okay,
character.
okay. I got lured into that comment. I am not responsible.
What are you gonna do, Alvain?
You gonna go for the bigger picture? You gonna go for something personal?
So I don't know what that is for.
Increase your stats. You can get
Then
feats.
that's
You
it.
can.
The only thing, like I said, it was like I'd like to be able to help more, but
You
I
can
always go down in the second round.
additional actions, additional AC. I mean, you got tons of options.
As for the life domain feature where all your healing's automatically maximized,
Oh boy. Ooh.
Yeah, I like that one.
There you go.
I like that one a lot.
You want that one?
Yeah, that worked. That works. I hope it works.
Granted. She'll snap her fingers
Insight check on Deva when he says that.
when he says what?
That he wants to be a better healer. I want to
yeah.
see if she has like a swelling of pride.
Oh yeah, she's watching. She's like, yep. That's why I like him. I like him. So, at this point in time, she says, I have a very hard thing to ask of you all. With the coming war, I need champions. We are outnumbered in power. After you go down and release Arnell so that his proxy can rejoin with him and he can reabsorb the rest of his power, it'll catch us up a bit. But we are still in need of assistance.
out of character. I wasn't there, so I wouldn't know this, but we do have David's shield and the helm worm. I think someone should probably.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Like,
Give
it to
them. Give David her shield. Now
Who is currently holding the shield?
It's in the party.
It's in the party.
Yeah, so it's probably in my bag of
random
holding.
So it's in
person-
your bag then.
I would
Ooh,
probably give him those.
yes. The relics. 22. The shield. We got the father. He's good to give stuff to now.
The father stands up.
Complete
Wait, you have my
sentences.
shield?
That's David's shield, isn't it?
No, it's the father's shield.
Deva made it for him.
Oh, yeah.
That's the. Wait.
And a Kellar.
Shields do.
Wait,
The
which-
shield. The shield.
What's the shield tied to? Oh, there it is. Never.
nothing, I think.
You're right. It is Anticalar.
Yeah.
And then he also had the staff of ultimate power.
Because
which we
I
don't
think the shield is mainly used for negation, isn't it?
Pretty much.
We have the shield and the helm. I mean, we could give the helm to someone as well.
Yeah, we could.
have. I'll reach in.
Out of game,
around.
I would prefer it if you guys keep the helm. One of you use it. That's why I didn't tie it to anyone. If you do give it to someone, it needs to be Arnell. Because it's dragon related.
I'll reach around in the bag and then pull out Shield of Deva.
He will step down off the dais.
I'm looking specifically at Ujar to see if this is like, yeah, you should do this, or like,
He's sitting there just kind of smiling and proud. He seems to have the same demeanor he had before.
okay. I'll take a step towards. Is he still wearing like his jet black armor?
Yes,
Okay.
unfortunately. It's his nature.
That's fine. So I will nervously take a step towards him, go down to a knee, and offer the shield.
The moment he takes the shield, his armor turns from that jet Vanta black to solid white. And wings, 3 sets of wings sprout from his back. And he kind of, he goes like that and he says, finally, the power cosmic has returned to me.
Oh God.
I will never loan this to someone again. He will put the
Oh, I need.
he will put the shield on and then it will disappear. He will take a step back up onto the dais and he'll say,
I need to ask him.
what?
I rolled a will save and I rolled a 5.
What's your favorite kind of power?
No, who did he loan it to? Like, like that's such. I wouldn't say this out loud, but that's such a dumb thing to do that I don't think.
Remember at the beginning of the story, he tricked all of them at different times. Deverex
did?
He tricked
Okay.
all of them. That's how he got them. That's how he found it.
But I would still say it. So if he answers, then he answers. But like he doesn't say it. Like Nocturne's like, who did you lend it to? Like that.
Unfortunately, my son. Deverex.
He has a lot of sons.
And then he sits down. Everything okay?
Everything's fine.
So the shield has been returned to the Cosmic Father. He went from a black Vanta color to a solid white, sprouted 3 sets of wings. Is now very happy.
Okay.
For returning my relic to me, I now offer you all a taste of my power cosmic. He goes like this, and the room is irradiated with prismatic, blinding light. You are all slightly blinded for about 10 seconds.
I'm wearing the robe of eyes.
Oh God, you're blinded for longer. You can't even try to cover your
I can't.
You're like trying to grab the eyes and the
You're
pouches.
trying to take the robe off. You're like, get off.
Turn it inside.
So at that point in time, you guys feel power surge into you. Everyone goes to level 12.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, hey. Darn.
I know.
I know you guys would have been close to level 11 if not hit it yet,
We still have about 10,000, a little bit more.
Something like that, yeah.
but what he gave you guys is an astronomical amount of EXP. And once the blindingness dies down, you guys notice that you have somewhere on your armor or your clothes or your leather or whatever it is that you're wearing, there is a brooch. It's just a normal silver brooch with a white face on it for the Cosmic Father. He tells you this brooch will prevent your death one time.
That's
So if there comes a time when you would die, it will prevent it, and it will return you to the point in which whatever happened that would have killed you. So if you were at 50 hit points and something would have killed you, you just go right back to 50 points and the
Gotcha.
item is spent.
Okay.
He will go and sit back down. He is very happy.
I will thank him on behalf of the party.
Thank you very kindly, sir.
He's over there like, nope.
Just get away.
Not gonna say anything. Good to go.
Uh,
I just don't want to move on and not give you the opportunity to say anything if you wanted to say something.
I did say thank you. I don't know.
I know. I heard you.
Okay.
thanks, I guess.
That comment is worse than saying thank you. It's so half-assed.
It's so passive aggressive.
Which is his character, though.
Bear.
So he looks at you. It looks at you guys and says, "Is there any other surprises that you have in store for us?" Out of game, you guys do have other deity stuff in your possession.
I'll pull out the Ring of Infinite Desire. I think this might be somebody's.
Oh yeah, that belongs to the Ice Queen. We should probably give that to you guys so she can't have it.
Or shouldn't we give it back to her? Or-
No, she's not nice.
And? That doesn't make it not her.
Do any of the gods chuckle at that? I'm guessing Ujar does.
Ujar does. The one behind you, Verisul, is like statuesque almost.
She's the one trying to destroy everything.
Nora does because she's chaotic. And Krogal will also. And so will Arnell.
Arnell doesn't get to laugh a lot. So.
They just like.
But yeah, we do have quite a few things. We should
Anarria will
probably give it.
go like this. I will see that this is returned to her when she has come to her senses, or keep it from her.
Hey.
For returning this ring to us, I will give you all another gift. She will look off into the distance. I will bless ICEMORR City as a thank you for 100 years. They will find prosperity, good health, protection, and longevity.
May I ask an addendum to that?
Yes.
That any traitors to ICEMORR be clearly visible to its residents.
Done.
Thank you.
Lots of people are now leaving ICEMORR. Especially the imps. The imps. The imps and one individual in particular. Leaving immediately.
Nacaria.
Mm-hmm.
Mayday.
Oh, speaking of her, and I take out the cloak of the cosmos.
RNA just kind of sits back and she's like, she sighs.
Don't forget the dagger. The dagger.
One at a time.
We should give it to that.
One at a time. One at a time is what they're saying. But RNA sits back and she kind of sighs so everyone can hear her, and she's like, leave it to Ujar to find the group that is the scavengers, to find everything we've been looking for the last 1,000 years. She says sarcastically, but then smiles. Ting.
I'll wink.
I looked at Ujar. How does he react when
He's sitting the same way. He's got a shit-eating grin. Like
He's like, I knew I picked the right one.
I just kind of go like this and I mouth to him. Basically, I'm being like, you should be the god of scavengers too.
he nods and kind of makes that.
Looter's rights.
So at the base of his throne, where his tenants and his domains are located, you just see Scavenger appear underneath. He's like. So remind me again who the cloak belongs to.
The Ice Queen.
Oh,
Was it the Ice Queen?
That's what I have written
Belongs to
down.
Ice Queen. You had it. What's her name? Wanted it.
Nicaria, yeah.
so she will come down and go like this for it.
Anarria will?
Yep.
Alright, I'll gently lay it over.
She takes it. She looks at it. She puts it with the ring in a box and sets it off to the side. Well, lots of gifts are being given out today. She says, very well, then let me make a permanent change to your existence for this gift. She waves her hand like this and all of you change a little bit. The changes are as follows. A +1 to every one of your stats. 10 permanent hit points. 10 temporary hit points that restore at the beginning of every day. And +1 to your proficiency. Permanently.
Sweet.
Okay.
I will thank her again on behalf of the party.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'm assuming you have more,
We do.
judging by your friend's reaction a minute ago. You're a very excitable one.
Me?
Yeah, says Arnell.
Well, I'm in front of deities, and I'm
Oh,
an
trust
angel.
me, I get it. The first time I came up here, I was like a kid in a candy store.
Yes.
I like that about you. Don't change who you are.
I like to think of myself as hopeful. But I also know sometimes the
With a
world is
dash of
cruel.
greed, says Arnell.
I try to temper.
You do, and you've done it well.
Do you think they sign my T-shirt?
I always work at
I
it.
might.
Did you already give the cosmic orb of quintessence to Amber? Or do you still have that?
I still have it. And in fact, I was waiting on that one, but
Okay.
we
So-
can do that now, I suppose. So I'll step forward in front of the group so I'm kind of standing alone. And I'll pause because what he's about to say is a dangerous thing to say. But I'm going to take out the orb of quintessence. And I will say, we have this as well. But this,
Perception checks all around. Because out of all of the items you've pulled out, that's the one that would draw the most attention other than the dagger.
Not one. I We'll have do no that. idea what's going on.
I got a 23.
I noticed.
Okay.
I broke 30.
23,
Perception is
you'll
my
notice. What did you
skill.
get, George?
Natural 1. I don't notice anything.
You're like looking at your claws still, like, yeah.
A couple
Sharp,
of
baby,
test swipes.
sharp.
18.
Rawr. What?
18.
You know.
Okay.
Would you get over there, 30?
6?
Nope, you don't notice.
36.
36?
He was finishing that for you.
Okay, it's a 30 with a 6. I got it now. So, what you notice, shadows suddenly appear underneath of the feet of Nocturne. And Devorex appears behind you.
I grab.
Too quick for you to respond. And grabs you by the throat and goes to put his hand on the orb. Before he touches it, all of you are knocked out of the way as the one behind you lunges forward and you hear like this sound, like some kind of a horn sounds in high heaven, and you'll see this double-pronged spear in his hand. He stabs Deverex in the back, lifts him up off the ground, releasing you, and slams him to the ground and holds him there, and says with a very deep voice, "I thought this would bring you here, traitor." And at that point in time, that is where we're going to leave it for the session.
Oh. You're cock blocking us, Ron.
That is the
You're
deep-
doing what his wife did to his girlfriend earlier.
That's not true at all.
That's
the opposite of
It took some time.
I'm a patient man, I'll let you know.
So it is 6:44. It is a little bit early, but you guys are getting ready to fight him. So I need to prepare for that. I need to have some time. So that is where we're going to stop it. But for now, I need you guys to get your character sheets in the up and up.
I mean, I could just make the whole thing really quick. I got this dagger.
I was gonna say, you hold them.
Okay,
No, I'm not doing it.
I mean, if we're gonna go there, we can go there.
I'm not doing it.
Let's wait.
I mean, I was gonna have everyone roll initiative, and if you got high enough, you could get there before Anarria and just stab him.
Ujar has already specifically told me it would be a bad idea to do that, so I wouldn't.
I think Ujar would only want you to do that as a last resort.
So
I'm all for it though.
a lot of people are, including most of the people in this room. There's only like 2 people that really don't want you to, and then
I think Anarria is probably 50-50.
Anarria really, I mean, it's her kid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But sometimes you have to acknowledge the kid's a monster.
oh,
and
he definitely needs an ass whooping and needs to go to boarding school. But killing him,
And I'm guessing the other one's Deva.
yeah. Deva's holding out hope. So, at this point in time, I will let you guys know for returning all of these items, they all held 20,000 EXP if you returned them. So, let's do some quick math, because you guys might actually go to 13.
I wouldn't be surprised.
EXP for
You guys returned 1, 2,
4 of them.
3, 4. So that's
And then we were also going to
80,000.
do the dagger, I think, too, weren't we?
Well, you're not.
What we
You haven't done it yet.
Oh, so we have
Divided by 5.
You're not.
16,000 EXP each.
Oh, close. We need 4,000 more each.
4,000?
It's 120.
120.
Get
I like it.
So you need.
So 120 to go to 13. And
How much do you need more?
Each of us
4,000.
need 4,000.
Just go to 13.
You sure?
Yeah, just go to 13.
Okay.
With the roleplay and stuff, I don't mind awarding a little bit extra XP
Woo!
just to push you there.
I'm warden the warden.
We got those extra 4,000 each of us for sparing that mammoth and giving him to Dent.
Yes. That mammoth will actually become a very long-term figure at ICEMORR.
He's our mascot.
I thought Nick was.
He got replaced.
Nick's gonna be pissed.
No.
We'll let him fight it out.
No. We'll have Nick ride the mammoth with the mammoth's permission. Because Nick is quite a bit smaller than the other one.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't weigh as much.
How big's Nick?
16 feet tall?
Yeah,
That's not quite a bit. The other guy you said was 18.
he's a little bit smaller, weighs a little bit less.
Just wait till he flies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Flying mammoth. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap up here. We will see you guys next week for episode
2 weeks.
10.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Sorry, we have something going on next week. We will see you in 2 weeks for the big climactic battle between the party and Deverex.
Can I say something?
Yeah, sure.
I'd also just like to thank everybody who is watching for your patience. We've been gone for quite a while, and so we appreciate anybody's coming back and watching this. And like Ron said earlier, like, share, all that fun stuff.
Subscribble.
Subscribble. Yep,
Yeah.
for sure.
But
One
thank
of
you
these,
for your patience.
One of these days, we will have a Q&A, hopefully.
Yeah.
Because
It'll
I'm
happen.
sure there's questions the players would like to ask.
Let me look at the live chat real quick before we end and see if there's any questions. Nope.
No.
Oh well. Sad Panda. Anyway, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks for episode 10, The Battle with Deverex. Close Encounter of the Pumpernickel Kind.
Did Pumpernickel come with us?
Nope.
No?
Maybe it did help.
That would have been funny because he
Alright.
just would have been sitting there like, ow, ow, ow. Can I get protection from this? Ow, ow.
He's not actually an imp.
I will reveal one bit of information before we end for the session because I fear that Ibang, as Ron might forget over 2 weeks. But the individual inside of the Iron Flask is a Jin Grand Caliph,
Oh crap!
a CR30 Jin.
Oh, command of that for an hour?
So, with that, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. And as always, please like, subscribe, and hit that follow button for updates and show your love. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.